Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Today in the show I'm going to be talking about a movie that was sent to me recently by Lionsgate. This was sent to me for free, and I want to say thank you to Lionsgate for providing this film to me. Doesn't impact my opinion of the review or anything like that. It was a free product that they sent to me. And it's a movie that I remember watching when I was a kid. I probably rented it from the video store a few times. And it's a movie that I've actually never owned on DVD or anything. I never even had it on VHS, but I remember renting it when I was a kid and seeing it on TV. And it's a fun movie. It's a good movie to review now during the Halloween season. It's not really a horror movie, but it has some kind of funny horror comedy elements to it, and that is a movie called Little Monsters with Howie Mandel and Fred Savage. And this is a fun movie. This is a movie that I have a little nostalgia for. This is a part of Vestron Video, Lionsgate's new kind of series here, where they've actually, I think they've actually bought out Vestron. And now they're re-releasing these movies that were through that studio many years ago. And this is their latest one. This is Spine number 19. And really in this review, I'm going to be reviewing the new Blu-ray, the picture quality of it, the special features and such. This actually comes with the Blu-ray and a digital copy. This is not a 4K Blu-ray, but it's nice to finally have this movie, you know, in my possession, honestly. This is one that as far as I know, has never been on Blu-ray before, so it's kind of cool to have. It does have a bunch of special features as well that are pretty neat, and I'm going to be talking about them today. So first and foremost, Little Monsters is basically it's a brand new Blu-ray presentation here. It is in its original aspect ratio, which is nice. And the one thing I want to talk about this picture on here is that this movie does seem to be a little bit better quality than I remember. Again, the last time I viewed this movie was on VHS. But the Blu-ray quality of this is actually pretty good. Again, it's not the greatest quality. The picture on it is pretty good. It does kind of show its age. I don't think that Lionsgate cleaned up this film at all. There is still a good amount of grain in the picture. The beginning of the movie where it kind of transitions from that grayscale, black and white type picture to the color is actually a really neat effect. It does look really good. But the movie overall does look pretty good. For its age, again, to have this movie finally on Blu-ray, it is a nice picture. It is not the brightest picture. It's okay. The movie does take place a lot at night, and the black levels and stuff on this are okay. They're not anything special. Again, I actually watched this upscaled to 4K on my Blu-ray player, and there's no HDR or anything like that because it's just a standard Blu-ray, but I did think it looked pretty good. I think it looked, you know, decent enough. I have to say that, you know, again, I think this movie goes for about 15 bucks right now. And honestly, the Blu-ray presentation, I should say, is not awful. It's okay. It's not a great picture by any means. I think, you know, the visual effects in this movie, besides the makeup in this movie is fantastic. But some of the visual effects have not aged that great, and the Blu-ray really does kind of show that. You know, again, it's an older film. It's from the mid-'80s. So, you know, for what it's worth, it's a pretty good picture. I didn't really have much in terms of complaints. I just think they could have cleaned it up a little bit better. There is some heavy film grain at times. Again, you know, it's okay to have the film grain in the picture. I thought it looked okay, but not great. If I had to scale the picture, I would say it's probably about a 6 out of 10. So it's not perfect, but it is in high definition, warts and all. And if you're a naturalist, if you're a purist in terms of film, then, you know, this might be a pretty good presentation. I didn't mind it. I thought it looked halfway decent. I just think they could have cleaned it up a little bit better, maybe do a little bit better on the restoration. But the film, I thought, was not bad. I thought it looked pretty good throughout. But the makeup in this is really something to behold. In high definition, you can really see the detail of all the characters and all their makeup, especially Howie Mandel. Near the end of the film, one of his horns is broken and it's kind of hanging off, hanging by a thread. It's a really neat thing, and the special effects in this, again, you know, makeup is great. Other stuff, not so much. But I did like it, and I think it's worth a watch. The movie doesn't have anything special in terms of audio quality. It's just a DTS 2.0 track. It's a master audio track, and you know, it's good. It's not a bad audio track. It's probably the original stereo track that the movie was shown in, which is good. You get all the original effects and things like that. I didn't notice anything big in terms of difference of the sound. But I thought it was good. I thought the audio was very clear. I didn't have any issues with volume. I didn't have to crank it up a lot. I thought it was pretty good. And again, that kind of goes with the picture. It's an older film, and I'm just glad to have it on Blu-ray, honestly. There are a ton of special features on this. There's a full-length audio commentary with the editor-in-chief of cultofmonster.com talking about the film at length. There's even an isolated audio score, which is actually pretty cool. And there's even an audio interview with David Newman, who is the composer of the music of the film, and that's actually pretty neat to hear. My favorite special feature, there's a bunch of interviews and stuff, but my favorite is there's an interview with Howie Mandel talking at length about the film and the makeup and all that stuff. That's really cool to watch. I think he's a really funny guy, and some of his insights are actually pretty great on that interview, so that's pretty cool. There's an interview with the special effects creator. His name is Robert Short. There's an interview in here where he talks about all the makeup and special effects in the film. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes interviews that are older with Fred Savage, Ben Savage, who's also in this film. There's a lot of stuff like that, a lot of behind-the-scenes footage, vintage footage of how they did Howie Mandel's makeup, if you're interested in that. Some older VHS promos from when this was actually on VHS that brought me way back. And yeah, it's got the trailer and stuff like that. There's a lot of special features on this disc, so if you're a fan of this film, this is really probably the best we're ever going to get. This is really a great collector's edition of this film. Even though the film, I think, could have been cleaned up a little bit better, I still think it's a great film to have on Blu-ray if you're especially a fan of this movie. I like it. I think it's kind of a cute movie. And again, I get a kick out of it. You know, it really makes me nostalgic for the old days of video rentals and stuff. But again, that's my review for Little Monsters. You can pick this up on Amazon now. It's been available for a little while, and again, it's about 15 bucks. I think it's well worth it. So I give it I recommend it. I think it's pretty cool. It's a nice movie to finally have in my collection. Well, anyway, thank you so much again for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. And if you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until next time, take it easy.